Welcome to Rick May's Gymnasium in Sandy Hook, Kentucky at Elliott County High School, home of the Elliott County Lions. I'm Chris Dickerson along with Skylar Dickerson. We want to welcome you to boys 16th Region 62nd District High School basketball action. And tonight we've got a good one for the 62nd District #1 seed and regular season champion, East Carter at Elliott County. Skylar, this game had been postponed 2 or 3 different times here over the last month because of weather, and just the way it worked out, it winds up being the last district game played, and it's for the #1 seed in the district tournament that starts next week in Grayson.
So go figure it works out the way it does, but all in all, it works out for an exciting night of basketball for you and me both and everybody who's watching.
Should be an excellent game wherever you are watching us at across the SpreeTV network on Channel 2 on our Spree Cable TV app, or if you're watching us on our streaming services on our Spree Facebook page or our Spree YouTube app. We welcome you to Sandy Hook. We hope you enjoy the next couple of hours, and we believe we've got a barn burner of a basketball game coming up here. This broadcast is being brought to you by Appalachian Wireless, Bank of the Mountains, and Stockyards Bank. Let's take a look at both of these teams here this evening. First, the homestanding Elliott County Lions out of Sandy Hook, Kentucky in the 62nd District, 16th Region. Under the direction of first-year head coach Corbin Spencer, Elliott County comes into this game with a record of 13-7 overall. They're 5-1 at home this year. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, 7 of their last 10. They come into this game averaging 61.6 points per game while giving up 51.7 points per game, and their 1,033 points that they've allowed in their regular season games so far this year are the fewest points given up in the 16th region, and their defense is ranked scoring average number 26 in the state of Kentucky. Elliott County with a positive point differential of plus 9.9 points per game. They come into this game averaging 27.6 rebounds per game, shooting 47% from the floor. They average 48 field goal attempts per game, 29.8% from behind the three-point line. They average 19.6 three-point attempts per game, and Elliott County shoots 69.2 from the charity stripe, and they average 10.4 free throw attempts per game. Elliott County's last game was last Wednesday evening, and what a good outing it was for Elliott County. They went to West Liberty and won a big 62nd District game over Morgan County 67-64, and this is the final home game of the 25-26 season for Elliott County. It's also the final home game for 2 seniors on the team. Senior Tyson Crabtree and Sam Howard playing their final game in front of the Elliott County home crowd here this evening. Elliott County will finish out the regular season tomorrow evening at Round County, and their final regular season game will be Thursday evening as they travel to the Summit to take on the Boyd County Lions. Sweet spots on the scoreboard for Elliott County. They're a perfect 9-0 this season when scoring 65 points or better. And on the defensive side of the score, when allowing less than 50 points per game, Elliott County is a perfect 7-0. Starting lineups for Elliott County: number 0063 senior Tyson Crabtree. Crabtree averaging 15.1 points per game, shooting 67.4% from the charity stripe. Their best shooter from the floor at 61.7%, 30.8% from behind the three-point line, and their best rebounder at 10.6 rebounds per game. Crabtree averaging a double-double, 15.1 points per game, 10.6 rebounds. Number 5'6" junior Elijah Faulkner. Faulkner averaging 7.6 points per game, shooting 75% from the charity stripe, 39.2% from the floor, 30.6% from behind the three-point line, and pulling down 1.1 rebounds per game. Number 21, 6'2" junior Lake Adkins. Adkins, the leading scorer on the team at 15.2 points per game, shooting 79% from the charity stripe, 46.8% from the field, 36.3% from behind the three-point line. Lake's the best three-point shooter on the team on the season and pulling down 3.7 rebounds per game. Number 23, 6'2" junior Ian Griffith. Griffith averaging 9.3 points per game, shooting 67.4% from the charity stripe, 50% from the floor, 27.6% from behind the three-point line, and Ian pulling down 6.4 rebounds per game. And number 24, 5'9" junior Ethan Copley. Copley averaging 6.1 points per game. He's their best free throw shooter at 80% from the charity stripe on the season, 37.7% from the floor for Ethan, 25.3% from behind the three-point line, and 2.6 rebounds per game for Copley. So again, your starting lineup for Elliott County: number 00 Tyson Crabtree, number 5 Elijah Faulkner, number 21 Lake Atkins, number 23 Ian Griffith, and number 24 Ethan Copley. Taking a look at the East Carter Raiders from Grayson, Kentucky, in the 62nd District, 16th Region, under the direction of head coach Cole Brammer in his 5th season. Cole has an overall career head coaching record at East Carter of 70-62 coming into this game. East Carter is 15-6 on the season, 8-3 away from Grayson. They've lost one game. They lost their last outing. They're 3-2 in their last 5 games and 8-2 in their last 10. East Carter averaging 65.3 points per game while giving up 59 points per game, and they have a positive point differential of plus 6.3 points per game. East Carter pulls down 31.4 rebounds per game, a very good rebounding team. They shoot 45.5% from the floor, averaging 52.6 attempts per game, 32.2% from behind the three-point line, averaging 20.9 three-point field goal attempts per game, and they shoot 70% from the free throw line, averaging 12.6 free throw attempts per game. East Carter's last game was last Friday evening, February the 13th. They lost in Grayson to Lewis County, 66-54. The Raiders had a 7-game winning streak snapped at home against Morgan County back on February the 10th, and this is their final road game of the 25-26 regular season. East Carter will close out the regular season tomorrow evening at home with Russell, and then on Thursday evening, their final home game and final game of the regular season at East Carter against Bracken County. The Raiders also host the 62nd District Tournament beginning next Monday evening, February the 23rd. Sweet spots on the scoreboard for the Raiders. East Carter is 6-1 when scoring 61 to 69 points per game this season, and they're a perfect 10-0 when allowing 56 points or less on the year. Starting lineup for East Carter: number 1, 5'11" sophomore Thomas Burton. Thomas averaging 3.9 points per game, 66.7% from the free throw line, 37.3% from the floor, 32.1% from behind the three-point line, and pulling down 3.1 rebounds per game. Number 5, 6'2" senior William Burton. William Burton, the leading scorer for East Carter, 14.6 points per game. Their best free throw shooter at 81% on the season. Their best shooter from the floor as well, 54.9%. William 36.1% from behind the three-point line and pulls down 6.3 rebounds per game. Number 10, senior Grant Minix. Minix averaging 14.5 points per game. He shoots 65.1% from the charity stripe, 48.7% from the floor. Their best shooter from behind the three-point line, 38.1% on the season, and Grant pulls down 4.8 rebounds per game. Number 11, freshman Max Carley. Carley averaging 7.3 points per game, shooting 69.6% from the charity stripe, 34.3% from the floor, 30.6% from behind the three-point line, and Max pulls down 3.6 rebounds per game. And number 12, 5'11" senior Colton McGuire. McGuire averaging 13.4 points per game, 67.6% from the charity stripe, 48.5% from the floor, 30% from behind the three-point line, and Colton is the leading rebounder for East Carter on the season, pulling down 8.2 rebounds per game. Again, your starting lineup for East Carter: number 1, sophomore Thomas Burton; number 5, 6'2" senior William Burton; number 10, senior Grant Minix; number 11, freshman Max Carley; and number 12, 5'11" senior Colton McGuire. That's a look at both teams and both starting lineups. We'll go back to the studio, get in a few commercials. We'll be back to talk a couple of minutes about action across the 16th region and get you ready for East Carter and Elliott County. 62nd number 1 seed on the line here at Rick Mays Gymnasium, and we'll be back to Sandy Hook in just a moment.
February. It's all about connection, and let's be honest, some connections just aren't it. And at Appalachian Wireless, real connection, well, it actually matters. Plus, right now, there are plenty of ways to save with great promotions and programs that help you get more for less. So why settle? Stop by an Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us at AppalachianWireless.com today and see what a real connection feels like. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My family began their relationship with Stockyards Bank many years ago with my grandmother, and that passed down to my parents being customers there. Then as a young adult, I began doing business with Stockyards Bank. I would just like to thank Stockyards Bank for being there for me over the years and through the generations, and to know how much I appreciate doing business with them.
Well, let's take a look at some of the series notes between these two teams and head-to-head. This is the 69th meeting between East Carter and Elliott County since the 97-98 season. Elliott County holds a slim edge, 35 victories to 33 for East Carter, but East Carter has won 7 of the last 8 games and 8 of the last 10. East Carter defeated Elliott County 54-47 back on January the 13th in Grayson, the first time these two teams played, and Elliott County won last season here in Sandy Hook 56-47 back on February the 15th of 2015. In that game at Grayson, Elliott County shot 37.2% from the field, while East Carter shot 47.6% from the field, and East Carter shot 53.3% from behind the three-point line in that game to 40% for Elliott County, and that was basically the difference in the game. As well as East Carter controlled the boards, they was +6 on the glass with a 26-20 rebounding advantage over Elliott County in that game. Ethan Copley led Elliott County in scoring with 15 points. Ian Griffith had 14 for Elliott County. William Burton had 18 points to lead East Carter. Grant Minix had 15. Caden Tussey and Thomas Burton had 8 apiece for East Carter in that basketball game. We're down to about a little over a minute here before the official introduction of the starting lineups. A couple of big games across the 16th region here this evening. Fleming County travels to Round County in a 61st district game. Round County's a perfect 5-0 in district play. Fleming County's 4-1. Round County will obtain the number 1 seed with a victory in that game over Fleming County. And in the 63rd district, and they just sounded the buzzer, so we're going to go to the floor and get the official introduction of the starting lineups, and then we'll be right back after that.
We'd like to welcome you to Rick Mays Gymnasium here at the campus of Elliott County High School for the second round. The second matchup is announced doubleheader between the Raiders of East Carter and your Elliott County Lions. We will begin with the starting lineup for East Carter. Number 1, Thomas Burton. Number 5, William Burton. Number 10, Grant Minix. Number 11, Max Carl. Number 12, Colton McGuire. And now, starting lineup, your Elliott County Lions. Number 00, Tyson Crabtree. Number 5, Elijah Faulkner. Number 21, Drake Adkins. Number 23, Ian Smith. And number 24, Ethan Copley.
So again, for East Carter, Thomas Burton, William Burton, Grant Minix, Max Carl is how the PA announcer pronounced that last name. That's how we'll go with it. And I apologize if that's incorrect. And Colton McGuire. Elliott County has Crabtree, Faulkner, Lake Atkins, Ian Griffith, and Ethan Copley. Both teams are on the floor. Colton McGuire moves into the circle for East Carter, Ian Griffith for Elliott County. And we're just about ready to get this 62nd District Regular Season Championship game underway here in Sandy Hook. Let's play basketball. Opening tip controlled by Elliott County. Ian Griffith will walk it into the front court. Kicks it in the corner to Copley. Three ball on the way, good. And a good start for Elliott County. Ethan Copley with the triple. And Elliott County goes up 3-zip. First possession for East Carter on the evening. And Skylar, we was talking here before the game started. These two teams usually play a slow, grinded out pace. Games usually in the 50s and low 60s. Every possession very important in these games.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just to hammer down on that, you know, we was talking about rebounding here before the game started. I think it's going to be bigger tonight for Elliott County than any game they've played this year so far.
Thomas Burton in trouble, looking to get the pass away, and he does. Gets it to William Burton. Back to Thomas. His three on the way, no good. Rebound Ian Griffith. Griffith into the front court across the timeline. Top of the key, comes on the wing to Faulkner. Three on the way, no good. Rebound batted around, picked up by Lake Atkins. On the block, off the glass and in. Lake Atkins with the offensive rebound and putback, and Elliott County scored the first 5. 3, top of the key, was no good by Max Carl, and Crabtree grabbed the rebound for Elliott. Atkins into the front court. Down the right side of the lane, baseline jumper, in and out. Ball batted around, and Burton comes away with it for East Carter. Thomas down the lane, his shot up, no good. It goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with East Carter. 6:24 left on the clock here in the first quarter. 5-0 Elliott County early. William Burton tosses it in to Carl in the corner, back to Burton. William spins right, up over Crabtree, off the glass, no good. Tyson gets the rebound. Copley into the front court. Drives right side of the lane, off the glass, no good. And the rebound pulled down by McGuire. He brings it into the front court, gives it to Carl, down the lane, off the glass and in. Good move by Max Carl, first 2 points for East Carter, and it cuts Elliott County's lead to 3. Griffith in the front court. East Carter in a 2-3 zone here to start the game. Lake Atkins now top of the key, comes on the wing. Copley, 3 on the way, no good. Offensive rebound, Faulkner. Tried to get it to Griffith, and the pass was taken away by Burton. Into the front court comes East Carter. Grant Minix gives it to Thomas Burton. Burton in between the circles at the top of the key, backs it out.
And you can see that East Carter's in no hurry to score.
William Burton with Crabtree on him, kicks it back out. 3 on the way, and good by Max Carl. Carl with all 5 of East Carter's points. Elliott scored the first 5, East scored the last 5, and we're even. Elijah Faulkner, baseline runner, good. Faulkner with his first 2, and Elliott County goes back on top 7-5, and on the other end, William Burton ties it up. So a quick pace here. We talked about a slow pace, Skylar, and it's quick to start.
Opened up hot.
Ethan Copley with the basketball on the left wing. Gets it to Atkins, near side Faulkner. Ian Griffith at the free throw line. Drives in the lane, puts an off-balance shot off the glass. No good. Crabtree back up and in. Tyson with his first 2 points, and Elliott County goes back up by 2. We have an official's timeout, and Caden Slose will check into the game for Elijah Faulkner as he goes out. Elijah missed the Morgan County game with a high ankle sprain, and he's playing tonight, trying to play on that, but you could tell it was hurting him when he went out. So Slose comes in for him, and Thomas Burton brings it into the front court. Colton McGuire goes into the corner to Minix. Back outside William Burton, 3, no good. Rebound Slose. Griffith brings it into the front court. Clock winds down under 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. Elliott County by 2, 9-7. Copley tried to get that to Slopes, and it's a turnover. Pass was picked off by McGuire. Front court, Carl, 3, no good. Offensive rebound, McGuire. Extend the possession. East Carter, Colton back up 3, good. Colton McGuire drains that 3. And East Carter has their first lead at 10-9. Lake Atkins, top of the key, 3 ball, no good. Tyson Crabtree, offensive rebound, back up, no good. Tipped around by Copley. Battle for the ball, picked up by East Carter. McGuire gets it to Burton in the corner. Carl. What a pass. Shot up off the glass, no good by McGuire, and a whistle stops the play. And the East Carter foul is on number 10, Grant Minix. As Kanan Arrowwood checks into the lineup for Elliott County, and number 22, Jackson Steele, checks into the lineup for East Carter. 10-9, East Carter with a 1-point lead. 3:05 on a moving clock left here in the first quarter. Atkins gets it to Crabtree in the corner. Slose, 3 ball, no good. And East Carter gets the rebound. Here comes Thomas Burton quickly into the front court. 3 ball on the way, left wing, no good. That was Jackson Steele. And Crabtree with the rebound. Just the type of game we expected, back and forth and close throughout here in the first quarter. We expect nothing but that for the whole game. Arrowwood tried to go down on the block to Crabtree, and it's deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Elliott County.
So if they can get Tyson to his spots down here on the low block, he could really tear this zone up. And if they collapse on him, double him, somebody's open either on the corner or the wing. So depending on how Elliott County works him, you know, they could really expose East Carter's zone defense.
They could, and the big thing for them is if they can hit a few threes to open that zone up a little bit. That
Prevent them from collapsing so much.
Atkins with the basketball. The steal on him, gets it to Arrowwood, down on the block to Griffith. Around McGuire, up, no good. And the rebound comes down to Steele. He brings it into the front court, drives down the left side of the lane. That shot was blocked by Ian Griffith out of bounds. He came out of nowhere to swat that ball out. It'll stay on the East Carter end, but not before we have a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with Elliott County. 2:08 left in the first quarter. 10-9 East Carter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
10-9, East Carter with a 1-point lead with 2:08 left here in the first quarter. Elliott County jumped out, scored the first 5 points, and East Carter scored 5 straight and tied it up, and we've been back and forth since that. And East Carter will inbound it out of the timeout. Thomas Burton will toss it in. Comes out on top to Steele. Connor Lane, the Number 0, the 5'10 junior, is checked into the lineup for East Carter. He has the basketball, gives it to Carl. Good pass underneath. Steele misses the shot off the glass, and Crabtree gets the rebound. Lake Atkins in the front court, pulls up, kicks it back to Griffith. Griffith near side Arrowwood in the corner to Slows. Left wing Atkins back to Arrowwood. This side Slows. Crabtree at the free throw line. Finds Lake Atkins, fakes a three, now steps back and takes it. No good. And it's batted out of bounds. It'll stay on the Elliott County end of the floor as William Burton checks back into the lineup for McGuire for East Carter. Arrowwood will toss it in underneath Elliott County's bucket. 1:29 left on the clock here in the first quarter. Gets it into Caden Slows. Lake Atkins. Slows finds Griffith in the corner. And Elliott County just continues to pass the perimeter. Clock down, approaching a minute now left here in the quarter. Lake Atkins kicks it back to Slows. Top of the key, Arrowwood three on the way, no good. And the rebound is saved inbounds. William Burton grabs the pass and gets it to Thomas Burton, and he'll walk it across the timeline. Thomas drives down the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebound comes off to Slows. Caden in the front court gives it to Ian Griffith. Inside the free throw lane, kicks it back. Lake Atkins, three ball on the way, good.
Big shot for Lake there.
Lake puts Elliott County back on top, 12-10. 20 seconds now left on the clock. And Thomas Burton will bring it into the front court for East Carter. Gives it to Steele. Steele to Carl. Back to Thomas Burton, clock to 5. William Burton kicks it out. Baseline jumper is up and no good by Connor Lane, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter, and a good first quarter basketball here in Sandy Hook. Back and forth, the game's win. Elliott County leads by 2 at the end of one, 12-10, and we'll be back to Rick Mays Gymnasium in 60 seconds.
My family began their relationship with Stockyards Bank many years ago with my grandmother, and that passed down to my parents being customers there. Then as a young adult, I began doing business with Stockyards Bank. I would just like to thank Stockyards Bank for being there for me over the years and through the generations, and to know how much I appreciate doing business with them.
February, it's all about connection, and let's be honest, some connections just aren't it. And at Appalachian Wireless, real connection, well, it actually matters. Plus right now, there are plenty of ways to save with great promotions and programs that help you get more for less. So why settle? Stop by an Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us at AppalachianWireless.com today and see what a real connection feels like. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
So 12-10 Elliott County, and every time you watch this stream, you're guaranteed to hear one of us talk about rebounding. Tyson Crabtree in the first quarter pulled down 6 rebounds, giving Elliott County an edge 12-7 on the rebound count. The lead's 12-10, rebound count's 12-7.
Rebounds are big. Had 2 ties and 2 lead changes in the first quarter. Biggest lead for Elliott County, 5 at 5-0. East Carter 10-9 was their only lead. Second quarter just underway. East Carter with the basketball. Down the lane off the glass, no good. That was Minix, and Grant's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And he hit the ground hard. And that foul's on Ian Griffith. So Grant Minix, the senior, will go to the free throw line, 65.1% on the season, makes the first one. His first point of the evening. Grant misses the second, so he splits the pair. And Griffith will walk it into the front court. First possession for Elliott County of the second quarter. Crabtree, Atkins, Griffith, Arrowwood, Slows on the floor for Elliott County. Thomas Burton, William Burton, Carl, Minix, and McGuire on the floor to start the second quarter for East Carter. And now these last few possessions, Schuyler's turned into the type of pace we thought it would have to start with as Arrowwood misses that three. Offensive rebound slows, and a whistle stops the play, and we have a foul on East Carter. That's on number 10, Grant Minix.
So that's his second.
So he's the first player to pick up 2 fouls in the game, as Arrowwood will toss it in on the baseline. Lake Atkins with the basketball. Jumper inside the free throw circle is good for Lake. He's got 7 now. And Elliott County's lead is 3, 14-11.
And that free throw line extended is a hot spot for Lake. If he's coming downhill, you know, you need to have a hand up on him there.
Carl misses the runner in the lane. McGuire had his hands on it, couldn't hold it, but it is picked up by Minix in the corner. 3, Carl on the way, no good. Arrowwood with the rebound. And it's taken away from him by Thomas Burton. And that's blocked from behind by Ian Griffith, but the offensive rebound and putback is up and in by Max Carl. Johnny on the spot. Cuts the Elliott County lead to 1, 14-13. And we've got another 30-second timeout. Let's get in a quick commercial. We'll be back to Sandy Hook right after this.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Lake Atkins leads Elliott County in scoring with 7. Max Carl leads East Carter in scoring with 7. And it's 14-13 Elliott County with 6:19 left in the second quarter. Elliott County out of the timeout with the basketball. Ethan Copley gets it to Crabtree. Good pass. Crabtree missed the shot underneath. Copley's there to put it back up and in. Offensive rebound and put back Ethan Copley. He's got 5. And Elliott County's lead goes back to 3, 16-13. And Elliott County really hitting the boards here, Schuyler, as you was talking about in the first half. As Caden Sloas checks back into the lineup for Elliott County. He'll check in for Arrowwood. Thomas Burton will throw it in on the baseline. Brings it into McGuire. McGuire puts a turnaround shot up, no good. Crabtree goes up to get the rebound. He said that ball's mine. He gets it to Lake Atkins into the front court. Pull up 3, no good. Ian Griffith way up high. And I think they'll call him for the foul over the back. We'll see. And it is on Ian. I have that as his second foul too.
Yep. You know, we was talking about that during the break, how well Ian can time the ball, both blocking side and rebounding side, and he can jump like a deer.
He certainly can. He's already had 2 big blocks here in the first half. Carl gets it to McGuire, back to Max Carl. Minix. Grant picks his dribble up at the free throw line. Goes back out on top to Carl, and they call him for over and back as he stepped into the backcourt, so a turnover on East Carter. And it's been a pretty clean first half, Schuyler, as far as turnovers too so far. Ethan Copley. The clock winds under 5 minutes left here in the first half. Caden Sloas works off a Crabtree screen, gives it to Copley. And it's taken away from him by Burton. Good play by Thomas Burton. Gets it to Minix. Pull up three. Left swing. Good.
Boy, and that looked good from up here.
Grant Minix has 4. And we have our third tie of the game at 16. Crabtree misses the shot in the lane, but he's fouled and will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And the foul's on Colton McGuire for East Carter. His first. And Tyson Crabtree will go to the free throw line. The 6'3" senior shooting 67.4% on the season. First free throws of the evening for Elliott County. First one up, no good.
So Elijah comes back in for Caden Slows. Let's keep an eye on him because he's kind of been hobbling around. He's been nursing a high ankle sprain, which is really a nagging injury to deal with, and especially this time of year.
Tyson splits the pair. Yeah, we'll watch him closely. Elijah missed the Morgan County game, the last game that they played with that high ankle sprain. We'll see how he does now that he's back in. 17-16, Elliott County up by 1. Burton in the lane, over Crabtree, good. William Burton with the bucket. Puts East Carter back up by 1, 18-17. William with 4 points now for East Carter. Crabtree kicks it to Lake Atkins on the wing. Step back 3 on the way, no good. Tip up and no good by Ian Griffith. And Minix gets the rebound quickly into the front court. Carl back to Minix on the wing. Elijah Faulkner on him. Minix will back it out. Clock winds down under 3:30 left here in the first half. Free throw line jumper good by Grant Minix, and he's starting to feel it. He's got 6. And East Carter has their biggest lead at 3, 20-17. So first, there's an Elliott County turnover. McGuire picked up the loose ball, gives it to Minix, and he brings it into the front court. Grant wanting to take it to the rim. Griffith picks him up in the lane. He goes up over Ian, no good. Rebound taken down by Copley. Ethan into the front court. Drives inside the circle, back to Elijah Faulkner. 3 out of the corner, no good. And Faulkner chases down his own shot. Extends the possession for Elliott County. See if they can make it count, and they don't. Atkins throws it away. Turnover for Elliott County. Number 22, Jackson Steele, checks back into the lineup for East Carter. And Kanan Arrowood right back into the game for Elijah Faulkner. Clock down under 2:30 now left here in the first half. East Carter has the basketball and the 3-point lead. McGuire, free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound to William Burton, up over Crabtree, no good, and they'll call Tyson for the foul. I believe William Burton will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Crabtree picks up his first foul. William Burton, the 6'2" senior, East Carter's best free throw shooter, 81% on the season, makes the first one. As Connor Lane checks back in for East Carter for McGuire. Burton makes them both. He's got 6, and East Carter pushes their lead out to 5. So both teams has had a 5-point lead, has been the biggest margin for each team. Copley, top of the key, had a 3, didn't take it. Gives it to Lake Atkins to Arrowood, back to Copley. Arrowood on the wing, 3 on the way, halfway down and out. Tyson Crabtree puts it back up with the rebound, no good, but he'll go back to the free throw line once again to shoot 2. And the East Carter fouls on Connor Lane. His first, team foul number 3 of the quarter, and Crabtree goes back to the free throw line where he split a pair just a few moments ago, and he makes the first one. Tyson with 4. as Thomas Burton checks back into the lineup for East Carter for Jackson Steele. Tyson misses the second, so he splits the pair, and it goes out of bounds to East Carter. So that free throw for Tyson and the 18th point for Elliott County stopped a 6-point East Carter run. East leads by 4, 22-18, and they have the basketball with 1:45 left on the clock moving here in the second quarter.
And this is the kind of pace we was talking about here at the beginning of the game, just these slow, grueling possessions.
William Burton missed the free throw line jumper. Ian Griffith got the rebound, gives it to Airwood. Lake Adkins, top of the key, gives it back to Ian Griffith. And you're right, Skyler, this seems like every East Carter and Elliott game, East Carter, they play this pace against Elliott County. To be honest with you, it gives them trouble. It always does.
It does.
And it's hard to get any consistency in a slow-paced game like this, and it's hard to get a lead of any amount as well.
Well, a 4-point lead in a game like this feels like 14.
It sure does. Copley brings it out to the timeline. 1:10 now, and the clock rolling. Left in the first half. Ethan drives down on the block, puts the shot up and in. Copley with 7. And the lead's cut to 2, 22-20. Thomas Burton brings it into the front court, gives it to William. He hands it to Carl. 3-ball, top of the key, no good. Rebound Ian Griffith. He went up to get that. Brings it into the front court, inside the circle. Kicks it on the wing to Copley. Fake the 3, drives in the lane, off the glass, no good. Crabtree had it, it goes out of bounds. And I believe there'll be a foul on East Carter. We'll see. And it is, it's on Grant Minix, and that's his 3rd. And Crabtree will go back to the free throw line, 2 for 4 here in the first half, make it 3 for 5 for Elliott County. Crabtree shot them all as Colton McGuire checks back into the lineup for Connor Lane for East Carter. Tyson ties it up as he hits them both. 22 apiece. Clock under 25 seconds now as East Carter has the basketball in the front court. Thomas Burton with Airwood on him. Gives it to Minix. Clock down to 10. Minix with Airwood on him, gives it back to Burton, Thomas Burton. Minix top of the key, dumps it to William Burton. Crabtree picks him up, clock down to 1. They got to get it off, and they do. Halfway down and out. And we end the first half just like we started, all square. East Carter 22, Elliott County 22. We'll be back to Sandy Hook in a couple of minutes to look at the first half stats and get you ready for the second half. You're watching 62nd District, 16th Region Boys High School basketball on the SpreeTV network.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
February, it's all about connection, and let's be honest, some connections just aren't it. And at Appalachian Wireless, real connection, well, it actually matters. Plus, right now, there are plenty of ways to save with great promotions and programs that help you get more for less. So why settle? Stop by an Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us at AppalachianWireless.com today and see what a real connection feels like. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
My family began their relationship with Stockyards Bank many years ago with my grandmother, and that passed down to my parents being customers there. Then as a young adult, I began doing business with Stockyards Bank. I would just like to thank Stockyards Bank for being there for me over the years and through the generations, and to know how much I appreciate doing business with them.
At Appalachian Wireless, we believe the future of our region starts with our students. That's why we're proud to award scholarships to non-deserving high school seniors throughout the Appalachian Wireless coverage area from the class of 2026. It's our way of investing in the hard work and dedication and the next generation of leaders right here at home. So students can learn more at any Appalachian Wireless retail location or at AppalachianWireless.com, or just by asking their guidance counselor on how to apply. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My family began their relationship with Stockyards Bank many years ago with my grandmother, and that passed down to my parents being customers there. Then as a young adult, I began doing business with Stockyards Bank. I would just like to thank Stockyards Bank for being there for me over the years and through the generations, and to know how much I appreciate doing business with them.
So Elliott County here, it's 22-22, all square. Elliott County shooting from the floor, not really anything too impressive so far, shooting 8 of 27 from the floor for 30%. Elliott County connected on 2 of 13 of their three-point field goals for 15%. Tyson Crabtree shooting all 6 free throws for Elliott County, connected on 4 of those for 67%. One place Elliott County did shine was around the rim. They pulled down 24 rebounds, with 10 of those being offensive, had 2 assists and 6 turnovers. East Carter, on the other hand, kind of in the same boat here, shooting 8 of 29 from the floor for 28%. 3 of 11 from behind the three-point line for 27%. They hit 3 of 4 of their free throw attempts for 75%, pulled down 11 rebounds, had 1 assist and 1 turnover.
Well, we said before the game started, Skylar, that this was going to be a slower-paced game if history was any indicator the way these two teams play, and that's exactly what we had. They got off to a quick start, and then it really slowed down, and they really put the brakes on it in the second quarter. 22-22 here at the break. Let's take a look at the individual scoring in the first half. First for Elliott County, they were led in scoring by Lake Atkins and Ethan Copley with 7 points each. Tyson Crabtree had 6, Elijah Faulkner had 2, and that makes up the 22 points for Elliott County. For East Carter, they were led in scoring by Max Carl with 7 points. William Burton and Grant Minix had 6 points each, and Colton McGuire had 3 to round out the 22 points in scoring for East Carter. Elliott County outscored East Carter 12-10 in the first quarter. East Carter returned the favor, outscoring Elliott County 12-10 in the second quarter, thus the all-square 22-22 score here at the break. We had 3 lead changes and 4 ties in the first half. We were tied at 5, 7, 16, and 22. Both teams had 5-point leads, was their largest margin. Elliott County led 5-0 to start the game, was their largest lead of the first half, and East Carter's largest lead was 5 in the second quarter at 22-17. A lot of action tonight across the 16th region in both boys and girls. Taking a look at the schedule here this evening, Fairview travels to Owensville to take on Bath County. Lewis County travels to Worthington to take on Raceland. Robertson County is at Menifee County. And a big 61st District game, Fleming County travels to Moorhead to take on Round County. Round County is 5-0 in 61st District play. Coming into that game with a victory tonight, they will secure the #1 seed in the 61st District for next week's district tournament. On the girls' side of the ledger tonight, Greenup County travels to Grayson to take on the East Carter Lady Raiders. West Carter played Elliott County here earlier in the first game this evening here in Sandy Hook, and West Carter won that game over Elliott County 51-17. Fairview is at Raceland. Morgan County travels to Inez, the Lady Cougars, to take on Martin County. Ashland Blazers, the Kittens, travels to Pikeville to take on Pikeville High School, and Fleming County and Round County's girls also play at Round County High School this evening, a 61st district game there as well. Another district game in the 63rd district, Lewis County is playing Raceland this evening, and if Lewis County wins that game, they would wind up with the same identical record as the Russell boys in the 63rd district, but Russell would win the tiebreakers. Russell will have the #1 seed in the 63rd district. The 61st district tournament will be played at Menifee County High School this year again. As we said, Round County right now is in first place in the 61st district with a perfect 5-0 record. They're playing Fleming County that has a 5-1 record in Moorhead this evening. Bath County will be the 3 seed. Menifee County will be the 4 seed in the boys' side of the bracket. On the girls' side of the bracket, Round County is the 1 seed. Menifee County is the 2 seed. Fleming County is the 3 seed, and Bath County is the 4 seed. 62nd district, as we told you before this game started, East Carter and Elliott County both 5-1. The boys coming into this game tonight. The winner of this game will be the #1 seed in the district going into the district tournament next week at East Carter High School. The loser will be the #2 seed. The 3 seed will be Morgan County, and the 4 seed will be West Carter. On the girls' side of the ledger, East Carter will be the 1 seed, Morgan County the 2 seed, West Carter the 3 seed, and Elliott County the 4 seed. 63rd district, that district tournament will be played at Russell High School next week. Russell, the Red Devils, will be the #1 seed for the boys, Lewis County #2, Raceland 3, and Greenup County 4. The girls, Russell will be #1, Raceland the #2 seed, Greenup County #3, and Lewis County #4. 64th district will be played at Boyd County High School Gymnasium in Summit, where they play all their home games. Both Ashland and Boyd County will be the 1 and 2 seeds in the boys and the girls side both of the bracket. That's a look at the district tournament seedings, and also a look at the 16th region action going on tonight across the area. About 1 minute until the second half gets underway. We'll go back and get in a quick commercial or two, and we'll be back with the second half. Elliott County and East Carter, 22-22, should be a good second half. Join us back here in 60 seconds.
My family began their relationship with Stockyards Bank many years ago with my grandmother, and that passed down to my parents being customers there. Then as a young adult, I began doing business with Stockyards Bank. I would just like to thank Stockyards Bank for being there for me over the years and through the generations, and to know how much I appreciate doing business with them.
To the second half we go. Crabtree, Faulkner, Atkins, Griffith, and Copley on the floor, the starting 5 for Elliott County. So Elijah's back out there to start the second half. Thomas Burton, William Burton, Colt McGuire, Grant Minix, and Max Carl, the starting 5 for East Carter, back on the floor to start the third quarter. Elliott County will get the basketball first, and we'll see what happens. 2 quarters of basketball left at least to decide the #1 seed in the 62nd district. Copley in the front court gets it to Faulkner. Back to Copley, they play catch. Faulkner tried to get it on the wing to Atkins, and it's tapped out of bounds. Will stay with East Carter. Copley will throw it in right in front of the Elliott County bench. He comes in the back court to Faulkner, and Elijah will bring it into the front court, gives it to Copley. Back to Faulkner in the corner to Griffith. Faulkner on the wing, Griffith in the corner. Ian spot up 3, good. Ian Griffith with the triple. That's his first 3 points. And Elliott County goes back up by 3, 25-22.
And that's kind of hard to believe, you know, if you wasn't sitting here watching this whole game, if you just tuned in, you'd think he'd had 8 or 10 points by the way he's been playing.
By the way he's played, but that's his first points tonight. Thomas Burton with Faulkner on him, gives it to McGuire on the wing. Top of the key. and loses it out of bounds. So the unforced error turnover for East Carter. And Elliott County will try to build on this 3-point lead. 5's been their biggest. Copley gets it to Griffith on the wing, back to Copley. Faulkner on the right wing, gets it in the corner to Lake Atkins. And East Carter still back in that zone. They played zone the whole game, and it's done them well so far. Copley, 3, deep on the right wing, good. Ethan Copley from downtown. He's in double digits with 10, and Elliott County has their biggest lead, 6, 28-22. William Burton just left at the top of the key, gives it to Minix. He brings it out on top to Carl. Colton McGuire hands it to Burton. Copley takes it away from him. Crabtree picks it up, gives it to Faulkner. Elijah across the timeline. Top of the key, kicks it to Atkins on the wing, drives down on the block, and a foul's called by the official underneath. And that's on Thomas Burton. His first. Copley gets it into Lake Atkins. 3 on the way, no good. And the rebound's taken down by Carl. Max brings it into the front court, gives it to Burton. Down the lane, off the glass, and in. William Burton drives right by Crabtree. He's got 8. And the lead's down to 4, 28-24. Lake Atkins, 3, left wing, good. Lake with the triple.
So when there Elliott County goes, hitting that high post right there with Tyson. And the way he's been playing, they have to collapse on him. You got to double him. There's nobody in there other than number 5, Burton, that's comparable in size that can take care of him by himself.
Lake's in double digits now with 10, and Elliott County has their biggest lead of 7. As Minix is fouled as he drives down the right side of the lane, and that foul's on Elijah Faulkner. Faulkner's first. Thomas Burton will toss it in. He comes out on top to William Burton, and he hands it back to Carl. Carl runner, left side of the lane, no good. Crabtree with the rebound. Faulkner into the front court, gives it to Griffith on the wing. Drives around Burton, puts a shot up underneath, no good. Crabtree back up and in. There's the big guy, Tyson Crabtree. He's got 8 in the game now. And Elliott County suddenly looks up and has a 9-point lead, and East Carter wants a timeout to talk about it. Good start to the third quarter here in Sandy Hook for the Lions. 33-24 with 4:53 left on the clock. We'll be back to Rick Mays Gymnasium in 60 seconds.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, we was tied at 22 at the break, but Elliott County's come out here in the first 3 minutes and 7 seconds, and they put 11 points on the board and outscored East Carter 11-2. And Skylar, you look up at the scoreboard, they've got a 9-point lead, and just like you was talking in the first half, a 4 or 5 point lead seems like a lot in a game that's paced like this.
Yeah, imagine being down 9. You know, you're almost halfway through the third quarter.
Copley tried to save that ball from going out of bounds. He almost picked that inbounds pass off, but it'll stay with East Carter. And we'll see if they can cut into this 9-point lead. As Thomas Burton brings it into the front court. Colton McGuire on the wing. Hands it back to Burton. Thomas Burton, top of the key with Copley. Drives around him, and Crabtree blocks it and then picks it up and gives it to Copley. Copley back to Crabtree. Lake Atkins drives in the lane, kicks it back in the corner. Ian Griffith fakes a three, drives on the block, kicks it back to Atkins. He goes up off the glass, count the bucket, and Lake will go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play, and Elliott County suddenly is up by 11. And William Burton picks up the foul for East Carter. That's his first. And Lake Atkins has 12 points, and he'll go to the free throw line looking for his 13th.
He got it.
And he makes it. So Lake with 13 now. And Elliott County leads by 12. Three-pointer top of the key, no good by Mannix. Offensive rebound, Thomas Burton. Extended possession, see if East can make it count. Runner in the lane, no good by Carl. Put back up by Mannix and in. Good play by Grant Mannix. He's got 8 in the game, and that stops an 8-point Elliott County run and cuts the lead to 10. Elijah Faulkner with the basketball. Gives it to Copley. Copley to Griffith on the wing. Drives in the lane, kicks it to Crabtree. Back on the wing to Atkins. Lake in the free throw lane. Fakes a shot, goes in the corner. Faulkner tries to save it inbounds, but it goes out of bounds. A turnover on Elliott County.
So Jackson still will check in for Nick Carl.
And East Carter will try to cut this lead into single digits here as the clock winds down under 3:20 left here in the third quarter. Burton gives it to Steele. Jackson Steele. Hands it to Mannix. Top of the key three. No good. That ball was partially deflected. Offensive rebound put back up and in by William Burton. Good play by Burton. He's got 10 in the game now in double digits. And the lead's down to 8. 36-28. Crabtree gives it to Copley. Ethan inside the circle, back to Crabtree, give and go. Copley with the assist, Crabtree with the bucket. He's in double digits with 10, and the lead's back to 10. 3 no good on the wing, and the rebound comes off to Copley. Ethan in the front court. It goes out of bounds, and it'll go back over to East Carter. Now the officials will talk about it here for a minute. And they change it and keep it on the Elliott County end of the floor. The official on the far side had a better view of that, and he told the official underneath he saw it. We couldn't tell from here. Copley gets it into Griffith. Back to Copley, long three, good. Ethan Copley, my goodness, from way downtown. And Elliott County has their biggest lead of 13. And East Carter takes a full timeout with 2:27 left in the third quarter. We'll take it with them. 41-28 Elliott County. We'll be back to Sandy Hook in 60 seconds.
My family began their relationship with Stockyards Bank many years ago with my grandmother, and that passed down to my parents being customers there. Then as a young adult, I began doing business with Stockyards Bank. I would just like to thank Stockyards Bank for being there for me over the years and through the generations, and to know how much I appreciate doing business with them.
We saw Elliott County do this same thing in the Morgan County game up here. They didn't score a lot in the first half. They came out in the third quarter and scored almost as much as they did in the first half. They've done the same thing here tonight. They had 22 at the break. They've scored 19 here in the third quarter and still have 2:27 left. And they're up by 13, 41-28.
So East Carter just got a warning.
So a warning on the bench, and the officials talking to them right now. And I really didn't hear anybody holler or anything. I don't know what was said, but whatever it wasn't very loud, but it was loud enough for the official to hear it. Burton brings it into the front court. Gives it to Mannix. They tried the give and go, and it's taken away by Lake Atkins. Turnover for East. 15-foot jumper, left elbow, no good. And then goes out of bounds, and it'll stay on the Elliott County end of the floor. Copley will toss it in. Ethan with 13 points in the game. After that last triple he just hit. Griffith kicks it back to Crabtree, no good. And the rebound comes off to William Burton. Good pass by Ian Griffith, like you said. Crabtree just missed the bunny. Thomas Burton in the front court, gives it on the wing to Minix. Now he comes back out on top to steal. Near side McGuire. William Burton, double teamed. Good pass underneath from William Burton to Jackson Steele. Steele with his first 2 points, and the lead's 11, 41-30. Copley to Crabtree. Puts a shot up in the lane, no good. Halfway down and out, gets his own rebound, goes back up, and he's fouled. Crabtree will shoot 2. William Burton picks up his second foul. Tyson Crabtree goes to the line. He shot every free throw here for Elliott County tonight. He's 4 of 6. He was in the first half. Make it 5 of 7. Crabtree's got 11 in the game now. Max Carl and Connor Lane checks back into the lineup for East Carter. Caden Slose, Kanan Arrowwood into the lineup for Elliott County. Crabtree makes them both. Tyson's got 12, and the lead's 13, 43-30. McGuire a 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Carl, no good. Second time, put it in and count it. Max Carl with the bucket, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line, try to complete the 3-point play.
The foul was on Caden Slose there, so that's his first of the game. Free throw's good by Carl, giving him 10.
Carl with 10 in the game now, and the 3-point play cuts it back to a 10-point lead for Elliott County, 43-33. 3-ball, Kanan Arrowwood, no good. Oh, it does go in, but the official says no, don't count it. It hit the wire above the top of the backboard, and you can see the wire shaking right now.
Yep.
So no bucket. And with 59 seconds left on the clock, East Carter will have the basketball. They'll try to cut this lead to single digits here before we go to the fourth quarter. McGuire in the corner with Griffith on him. Pulls inside the circle, puts a shot up, no good. Crabtree gets the rebound. Copley gets it ahead to Griffith. He spins left in the lane, shot up, good. Ian Griffith with the soft touch. He's got 5. The lead's 12, 45-33 runner. Left side of the lane, off the glass and in. That was Max Carl. And there's also a foul call on the baseline as well. We'll see who that's on. Count the bucket. Caden Slose picks up the foul. And it was away from the basketball, so East Carter will obtain the possession.
And that hurts if you're Elliott County.
So once again, they can cut this lead into single digits with 27.6 seconds left on the clock. Yeah, that hurts. That can make this a 4 or 5 point possession here. Minix brings it out on top. Gives it to Thomas Burton. Burton with Slose on him. And Copley will pick up the foul. First foul on Ethan. And Carl will toss it in right in front of East Carter's bench. He goes into the backcourt to Thomas Burton. Clock down to 10 as Thomas brings it into the front court. Drive to the baseline, kicks it in the corner. 3 on the way, off the top of the backboard. Minix no good. Crabtree got the rebound, throws it the length of the floor, And that'll end the third quarter. Good third quarter for Elliott County. We was even at the break. They outscore East Carter by 10 in the third quarter, 45-35. Elliott County. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
At Appalachian Wireless, we believe the future of our region starts with our students. That's why we're proud to award scholarships to non-deserving high school seniors throughout the Appalachian Wireless coverage area from the class of 2026. It's our way of investing in the hard work and dedication and the next generation of leaders right here at home. So students can learn more at any Appalachian Wireless retail location or at AppalachianWireless.com, or just by asking their guidance counselor on how to apply. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank.
Skylar, what did you see in the third quarter?
So, Elliott County really opened up, and like you was talking about, they scored 22 points in the first half, scored 23 in the third quarter. So they really turned it up and kind of got in a groove here. And they're playing good basketball.
William Burton with the bucket to start the fourth quarter scoring for East Carter and cuts Elliott's lead to 8, 45-37. Burton with 12 points now for East Carter. First possession for Elliott County. Copley, Crabtree, Slose, Arrowood, and Griffith on the floor for Elliott to start the fourth quarter as Crabtree makes the runner in the lane. He's got 14, and the lead's back to 10. Thomas Burton will shoot free throws for East Carter. Caden Slose picks up the foul, his second. Crabtree leads Elliott County in scoring with 14 points for East Carter. They're led in scoring by William Burton and Max Carl with 12 points each as Lake Atkins checks back into the lineup for Caden Slose. And Thomas Burton makes both his free throws. That's his first 2 points of the game. And the lead's 8 for Elliott County. Ethan Copley, another 3 for Ethan.
16 points for the big fella.
What a good game Copley's had. He's got 16, as Skylar said. McGuire, turnaround on the baseline jumper, no good, and Crabtree gets the rebound. So East Carter had 2 cracks at it there, couldn't make it count. And Lake Atkins will walk it into the front court, 50-39, 11-point lead for Elliott County. And we talked about Elliott County's defensive scoring average before this game started. And they've certainly not hurt that through the first 3 quarters. Look at that pass from Crabtree to Lake Atkins. Crabtree with the assist, Lake Atkins with the bucket. He's got 15. And the lead's 13, 52-39. That matches Elliott County's biggest lead of the game. We've got an official's timeout while Minix fixes his shoe. And this is the point in the game with a 13-point lead. You begin to start watching the clock. East Carter needs to cut into this lead here pretty soon. Thomas Burton, top of the key, 3. No good. Offensive rebound, McGuire back up off the glass, no good, and Crabtree gets the rebound. So again, 2 chances for East Carter. They couldn't convert. Atkins brings it into the front court. 3-ball Canaan Arrowood, good. Arrowood with his first 3 points of the night. And Elliott County leads 55-39. And we have a timeout on the floor with 5:41 left here in the fourth quarter. and we'll take it with them. 55-41, Elliott County with the lead. We'll be back to Sandy Hook in 60 seconds.
My family began their relationship with Stockyards Bank many years ago with my grandmother, and that passed down to my parents being customers there. Then as a young adult, I began doing business with Stockyards Bank. I would just like to thank Stockyards Bank for being there for me over the years and through the generations, and to know how much I appreciate doing business with them.
Ethan Copley has 16, Lake Atkins has 15, Crabtree has 14 for Elliott County, and for East Carter they have a pair of players with 12 points each, William Burton and Max Carl, and Elliott County leads by 14, 55-41 with 5:41 left in regulation. East Carter picks up full court pressure out of the timeout, no problem for Elliott County. Good pass. Ironwood with the assist, Crabtree with the bucket. He's got 16. Minix misses the shot in the lane, and Crabtree gets the rebound.
So Tyson's got 18 rebounds tonight.
I was talking to him before the game. I said, get 20 rebounds tonight. He said, okay, he's got 18. We'll see if he can get 2 more. 16-point lead. Lake Atkins off on the block. Good block by William Burton, and they call him for the foul. I thought he got all ball, but that's his 3rd foul, and Lake Atkins will go to the free throw line. 6'2" junior, 79% on the season, makes the first one. Lake's got 16 in the game now as Elijah Faulkner checks back into the lineup for Arrowwood. And Lake makes them both. He has 17, and the Elliott County leads 18, 59-41. Minix with the basketball. Kicks it in the corner. Burton, step back 3, no good. Rebound Copley. Ethan into the front court. Gives it to Lake Atkins. And the clock really starts to become a friend of Elliott County and an enemy of East Carter. Copley's double team, gets it to Crabtree. Wide open underneath. Lake Atkins. Crabtree with the assist. Lake with the bucket. He's got 19. Biggest lead of 20. 3-ball Minix, no good. And Crabtree gets the rebound.
One more, Tyson.
19 rebounds for the big guy. Lake Atkins in the front court.
Get him the ball.
He was trying to get it to Crabtree, but throwed it just a little bit ahead of him. So a turnover for Elliott County.
So how about this? Tyson with 16, Lake with 19, and Ethan Copley with 16.
Colton McGuire misses the free throw line jumper, and Lake Atkins gets the rebound.
So 3 players nearing 20 tonight, and Elliott County's been playing excellent basketball.
They certainly have, and point distribution's been really good tonight, as you was talking. William Burton picks that pass off, and he's fouled by Ethan Copley and will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Copley's first foul. And the 6'2" senior William Burton goes to the free throw line, 81% on the season. Best free throw shooter for East Carter. Makes the first one. Will with 13 in the game now. Give him 14. (61-43). Again, full court pressure. Copley gets it across to Atkins. Lake's double team, gets it to Griffith on the baseline, kicks it out to Faulkner. Top of the key, Copley. Lake Atkins gets it to Faulkner. And they're not looking for threes right now. Officials timeout. And Ian Griffith. Is coming to the bench. Now he goes back out on the floor. So Elliott County will retain possession. Apparently the official thought Ian had hurt himself, but he stays in the game. Copley will throw it in. Gets it into Griffith. To Faulkner. Clock down under 3 minutes. Good pass, Ian Griffith to Lake Atkins. Off the glass and in. Griffith with the assist. Lake Atkins with the bucket.
Good three by Grant Minix there for East Carter. 63-46 Elliott County.
Minix has 11 in the game now. And that's an Elliott County turnover. So the lead's 17 with 2:42 left on the clock. Carl will toss it in on the baseline. Brings it into Minix. His shot on the block, no good. Rebound, Crabtree.
20.
There's number 20. Leading rebounder in the 16th region. Lake Atkins, cross court Copley. Down on the block to Crabtree, back out to Copley. And they're just running clock. Lake Atkins in the paint, has it taken away from him. And it goes out of bounds off of East Carter. It'll stay with Elliott County. Arrowwood checks in for Copley. And Caden Slose came in for Ian Griffith, and Ian's over here behind the bench trying to walk it off, whatever's going on with him. Arrowwood will throw it in on the baseline. We've had more official huddles in this game tonight than any game I've seen so far this year.
That we have.
Arrowwood gets it to Crabtree, and he gets it to Faulkner. Arrowwood on the block, puts it off the glass and in. Kanan Arrowwood with the bucket. Lake Atkins with the assist. Leads 19, 3 out of the corner. McGuire, no good. Possession arrow points to Elliott County. So 1:51 left on the clock. Elliott County with a basketball and a 19-point lead. Again, they break the press, no problem. And now they go over and back with it. Turnover for Elliott County.
Sawyer Sexton comes in for number 11.
5'10" junior, Sawyer Sexton. His first action of the evening. Burton brings it into the front court. Minix, 3 on the wing, no good. Crabtree, rebound number 21. Gives it to Lake Atkins. To Arrowwood in the corner to Slose. Clock down under 1:15 now. And Elliott County that foul was on Jackson Steele. And there's 1:13 left on the clock. Elliott County has a 19-point lead. And they will go on to win this game, win the 62nd District regular season, and be the #1 seed in the 62nd District tournament that will be played at East Carter High School starting next Monday evening. That'll make East Carter the #2 seed and Morgan County #3. As Caleb Hall gets fouled going in to shoot the layup for East Carter, the 5'8" junior, he'll go to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. First free throw, no good. Caleb makes the second, so he splits the pair. And the lead's 18. Elliott County with a basketball. Clock under a minute now left in the game. Sturgill, runner in the lane. No good. And East Carter with the rebound. Micah Brown with the bucket for East Carter. 65-49. .5 seconds now left on the clock. William Stevens and Levi Rice checks into the game for East Carter. Sam Howard with the basketball for Elliott County. Frisbee on the wing, and they're just running clock. Sturgill with 15 seconds left. Final 10 seconds will tick away, and Elliott County will be your 62nd District regular season champion for the 25-26 season and the #1 seed in the 62nd District tournament that will start Monday evening in East Carter. Your final score, Elliott County 65, East Carter 49. We'll be back to Sandy Hook to wrap this up in just a couple of moments.
At Appalachian Wireless, we believe the future of our region starts with our students. That's why we're proud to award scholarships to non-deserving high school seniors throughout the Appalachian Wireless coverage area from the class of 2026. It's our way of investing in the hard work and dedication and the next generation of leaders right here at home. So students can learn more at any Appalachian Wireless retail location or at AppalachianWireless.com, or just by asking their guidance counselor on how to apply. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My family began their relationship with Stockyards Bank many years ago with my grandmother, and that passed down to my parents being customers there. Then as a young adult, I began doing business with Stockyards Bank. I would just like to thank Stockyards Bank for being there for me over the years and through the generations, and to know how much I appreciate doing business with them.
When you agree, it can be drama-free. Uncontested divorces starting at $500. Simple, straightforward, professional, statewide. Call John D. Lewis Jr., Main Street, Sandy Hook. This is an advertisement. Standifer Builders is the area's best general contracting and paving company, serving you since 1965. We are family owned and operated and ready to meet your needs. Our experienced staff has the expertise to do the job right, no matter the size. We offer commercial and residential paving without the hassle of a big contractor. We also now offer dirt work services. Call us today for your free estimate. Standifer Builders is a proud supporter of local high school sports. Good luck to all athletes this season.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
Caney Valley Propane, located near West Liberty, is here to take care of all your propane needs. We offer tank fill-ups for home or business. Stop by our office and we can fill up your cylinders too. Need an upgrade or don't have a propane system? We can set you up with a new, efficient system for your home or business. We also sell and service wall heaters, fireplaces, and gas logs. So don't get left in the cold. Call Caney Valley Propane.
At Juniper Health, great care begins with people you know, familiar faces, rooted in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. We are nationally recognized. We provide award-winning care right here in your backyard. We're on your roads, in your schools, at your front door. This is our home too. Juniper Health, world-class care, hometown heart.
your final score here in Sandy Hook. Elliott County with a 16-point victory, and they secure the number 1 seed in the 62nd District Tournament that starts Monday evening at East Carter High School, and they win the regular season 62nd District title. Skylar, what'd you see and what's your thoughts?
So it was a tale of two halves. Things were all square going into the second half, 22-22, and Elliott County came out and put up 23 points in the third quarter. So, like I said, tale of two halves. Elliott County shot 16 of 24 from the floor in the second half for 67%, totaling out 24 of 51 from the floor for the whole game of 47%. Ended up shooting 6 of 9 from behind the three-point line in the second half for 67%. 8 of 22 for 36% on the game. 9 of 11 for their free throws during the game. They had 12 offensive rebounds, 28 defensive rebounds for 40 total. They had 15 assists to their 12 turnovers. Now, something else I wanted to talk about with Elliott County is Tyson Crabtree. He had 16 points, 21 rebounds, and 3 assists. But along with that, you had Lake Atkins, who had 21 points, and Ethan Copley, who had 16. So 53 of Elliott County's 65 points came from 3 players, John. I mean, it was outstanding. Elliott County really had their way, really, in the second half. It showed.
They played the perfect half of basketball for them in the second half. And again, the Morgan County game was the same way here in Sandy Hook. They came out in the third quarter and really had a good third quarter. When in the first half they was kindly a little bit flat, and here tonight they spun their wheels a little bit in the first half, but they came out in the third quarter with their foot on the throttle and really opened this game up and cruised in the fourth quarter.
They did, and East Carter came out of the second half and kind of did the same thing they did the first half. They shot 10 of 30 from the floor in the second half to their 8 of 29 from the first half, which gave them 18 of 59 from the floor for 31%. They hit 1 of their 11 three-pointers attempted in the second half, bringing them to 4 of 22 for the game for 18%. They also hit 9 out of 11 of their free throws. They only pulled down 20 rebounds, though, had 3 assists and 4 turnovers. So they had half the rebounds of Elliott County. The point margin was 16 points, but the rebounds was 20. So it's something that we'll keep hammering on until it proves not to be true.
Well, it's always a big deal, especially when you get to this time of the year. Let's take a look at the individual scoring in this basketball game. First, for Elliott County, they were led in scoring by Lake Atkins with 21 points. 16 points each for Tyson Crabtree and Ethan Copley. Crabtree with 16 points and 21 rebounds in this game. 5 points each for Kanan Arrowwood and Ian Griffith, and 2 points for Elijah Faulkner. Rounds out the 65 in scoring for Elliott County. For East Carter, they had 3 players in double figures. William Burton led them with 14. 12 points for Max Carl and 11 for Grant Minix. 4 points for Thomas Burton. 3 points for Colton McGuire, 2 for Micah Brown, 2 for Jackson Steele, and 1 for Caleb Hall. Rounds out the 49 points in scoring for East Carter. Score was tied at 22-22 at the break. Elliott County outscored East Carter 43-27 in the second half. It was 12-10 after one quarter. Elliott led by 2. East Carter matched Elliott's first quarter 12-10 score in the second quarter to make them even 22-22 at the break. 23-13, Elliott County outscored East Carter in the third quarter. They took a 45-35 lead to the fourth quarter and outscored the Raiders 20-14 in the fourth to pull away 65-49. We had 6 lead changes and 4 ties in this game. Elliott County with the win improves to 14-7 on the season. They've won 5 straight. They finished the district 5-1 in the regular season and the number 1 seed. And they're 9-4 with the victory in 16th region action this year. East Carter falls to 15-7 with the loss. They've lost their last 2. They finished 62nd district play at 4-2. And 16th region, they're 11-4 after the loss. And Skylar, you look at Elliott County's schedule, and we talked about how well that they are starting to play. They've won their last 5 games now. They beat Wolfe County here at home on the 23rd of January, 76-52. They had that long layoff because of the weather, then didn't play again until February the 5th, and that was the Morgan County game here in Sandy Hook that we did, that they won 70-65. Then they played West Carter here, beat them by 14, 57-43, went to West Liberty last Wednesday evening, beat Morgan County again by 3 over there, 67-64, and now they beat East Carter here this evening, 65-49. So victories over Morgan, West, Morgan, and East in their last 4 games. They win their last 4 district games to take the number 1 seed going into the district tournament next week. So that wraps up the action here this evening. We'll take a quick look to see if we have any finals anywhere across the 16th region before we go off the air. With the boys, we have no final scores yet that's been posted. For the girls, we have 1 final score, and that's in Pikeville. Ashland Blazer falls to Pikeville 52-51. Lots of action on the SpreeTV network over the next few nights this week. Check it out on their Facebook page, SpreeTV Facebook page. The schedule will be on there again. As I said, there's several games over the next few nights as the final week of the regular season winds down. Next week we'll start district tournament play. Again, the 61st district will be in Frenchburg, and that will be shown in its entirety on Channel 2, Facebook, and on YouTube. 62nd district is in Grayson at East Carter High School. 63rd district is at Russell, home of the Russell Red Devils, and the 64th district will be on Boyd County's home floor at Summit. Then the week after that, 2 weeks from tonight, 16th region tournament starts at Ellis T. Johnson Arena at Morehead State University. And right now I think we plan on having the 16th region here every game of it as well. We'll be back for the 7th season, I think, that I've been down there to call that, so we're looking forward to that. We hope you've enjoyed the game here this evening wherever you've watched us. If you've watched us on Channel 2 on our Spree Cable TV network, or if you've watched us on our Facebook page or our YouTube page, 65-49 your final score, Elliott County over East Carter. And we'll see you back here tomorrow night from somewhere. Check out the schedule and join in. Good night, everyone.